And we are back for another episode of the Kingdom Live. How's everybody doing? We're doing great. It's a little hot in here. We just want to say a special thanks to everybody who is here or who might be watching. We know it's really nice outside and the Stanley Cup playoffs are on. So we just wanted to say a special shout out to anybody who shows up tonight. So without further ado, I would say there's no time for the best show of our lives. And hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you in 30 seconds exactly.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Kingdom. As always, my name is Drums, and I'm joined by the brothers behind Kngdom, Regan and Jordan Headley. As we usually do, we're sending it up north to our boy Reg, who's sporting the Scuderia. How's it going, buddy? How was your weekend?
Oh, man. I wanted to throw you guys off a bit there. Weekend was like better than good. Probably top 3 weekends of my life, I would say. Montreal is a disgusting city. I can't even begin to start to describe it. The F1 was, man, unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. Coolest sporting event I've ever been to.
So you just had tickets for like the actual race, like you didn't go for qualifying anything like that?
Yeah. But I don't know. It's actually hard to explain. I posted a couple cool videos on Instagram that I took, but just it's such a rush, like the sound and the speed and the like. They were going like 300 kilometers an hour right past us, like just like 20 in a row. It's so crazy. You can't even appreciate how cool it is till you see it live. Like watching it on TV looks wild, but then you see it live and how fast they are actually going to pass each other. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Who was the crowd favorite? Who got the biggest pop?
Probably Max. Lots of Red Bull fans, yeah. Lots of Hamilton fans, lots of Ferrari fans as well. Yeah. And then it kind of dies off there. But those are the 3 main ones. Like, it'd be like, there's so many people there that, like the Up Top for Country Fest. Like, right. there's like 11 of those spread out around the track.
That's wild.
And like Red Bull has their own tent, and Mercedes has their own tent, and Ferrari, and then there's like a F1 tent for all the other stuff. It's just it's super cool. You kind of have to go to. It's tough to put into words really how cool it was, but yeah, it was.
What was the highlight?
I would say Leclerc. I mean,
he's my guy. Race,
he went from 19 to 5, so he was buzzing. Probably the highlight though was when it first started, and like we didn't really know what to expect because we never heard them warming up or anything, and then when they come for that warm up lap and we were standing there getting beer, and all of a sudden it was just like the loudest, like biggest rush you ever felt, and the crowd just went absolutely bananas, and it was just like it was just surreal almost. Like it was cool. But
how many people were there?
I haven't seen an exact number. They said that there was talks of like 300 or 400,000 maybe.
It's wild. Like for the whole weekend though, right?
I don't know. No, I think just that day maybe. I don't know.
Jesus.
It's nuts, man. The metro system was just jammed. The buses were jammed. It was awesome. It was just like it's kind of cool how like like if you went to a playoff game,
right,
and like everybody's wearing like say in Winnipeg like Jets jerseys or Flames jerseys and stuff like that. Like people are just downtown like going for supper, after it and the night before, like everybody's just wearing their shit, right? Like their team. It's just a different dynamic. We're just so used to hockey, I guess, and Raptors and stuff like that. But this was like a totally new, and people from all over the world, you could tell. Like it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was unreal. It looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Jory, you got a weekend to compare to that?
Top of the evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I do not. I had a good weekend, but it wasn't
Tough
anything
one.
like that, unfortunately. I was at Rossman Lake. There were a few really quick quads going by and golf carts, but I don't think they were doing quite 300K. But it was good. We got a bit of golf in, moved some stuff there. I don't know. I might get wasted tonight. It is hot in here. The AC is not charged, so Doobie's going to come over tomorrow and charge her up for me. But the last time I checked the thermostat, which was about 5 minutes ago, it was 27.5 degrees in here. So if you can see some sweat beading on my face, starting to bead, that's why. So I got some ice. I'm ready to go.
Boy.
What about you, Drums? What's new in the land of the drums?
Not much. We I don't know if I said this on here yet or not. We picked up a camper a few weeks ago to take up to the lake. Just as like a bunkhouse. So we're in the middle of painting that, and of course no AC in that either. So we were just melting trying to paint at the same time. But that's coming along. This weekend was good. Just a nice relaxing weekend, and then Sunday had Father's Day, so that was good too.
Yeah, special shout out to all the dads out there. We love you to the moon and back. And I know us three for sure can say how big of an impact our dads have had on our lives. So I guess without further ado, I would say we got some stuff to talk about tonight. It seems like there's a ton happening in the world of golf. Mom on the weekend said that we spent way too much time talking about the LIV Tour on last episode, but that's okay. Tonight, if she doesn't want to watch this, she can just shut it off because we have some stuff to talk about. It is Matt, it's hot. Holy shit. It is 33 or 34 degrees outside, so we know that people are outside enjoying the weather or watching the Stanley Cup playoffs. So if you make it in here today, we're glad to have you, and hopefully you can chime in a little bit in the chat. So where do we want to start, boys? We got some housekeeping to discuss. Reggie?
Oh, there's tons, man. I don't know. Where do you want to start?
I don't know.
US Open?
Let's do it.
I obviously didn't get to watch a whole lot because I was gone. Did you guys watch much?
Yeah, tried to.
I got probably the last 2 hours or something on Sunday, yeah.
We went golfing actually right when there was about 3 or 4 players in the hunt there with 7 holes to go. Pretty standard for at Rossman Lake. Watched it the whole weekend and then decided to go golfing when the main show's coming. So we missed the last hole by about 5 minutes, I'd say. But it was good to see Fitzpatrick win. I'm not really a huge fan of him, to be honest with you, just because I don't really have too much knowledge of him or have followed him too closely.
Mm-hmm.
But just seeing some of the stuff that he said after and has done since then, I'm a bit of a fan of him. What do you guys think of Fitzpatrick? He had a hell of a shot there on the 72nd hole for sure.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. Like I didn't have a lot of invested interest in him yet. Like he was kind of that fringe, kind of just outside those top players, right?
Yeah, has been for a while. I think
this will definitely be kind of the coming out party for him. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see any of the shots coming in. I saw Zalatoris missed that putt in 18, but from what I read and everything like that, it seemed like he just stayed super calm the whole time. Like would hit a bad shot and start laughing with his caddy and shit when he's like in the lead at the US Open.
Yeah. He stayed
cool.
He stayed kind of the most consistent. Like Zalatoris got really hot and then he kind of blew up there at 1.2, and then same with Scheffler. Scheffler came storming in and then cooled down a bit, and Fitzdog just kind of weathered the storm from everybody.
He was supposed to be kind of a stud, wasn't he?
Yeah, like he won the US Amateur at the same course
in
2012 or 2013.
So he was pretty highly touted. That was his first PGA win, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So does that count as a PGA Tour win?
Not right now.
Touche.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, does it? If that's part of the PGA, then those guys can't really be playing there. So,
I guess. So it was like an unsanctioned event?
No, it's just the U.S. Open. Like it's open.
Right.
Crazy.
Did you guys see
PGA
when
Tour event.
Fitzpatrick was talking to his caddy there, and his caddy, he asked him what the yardage was or something, and his caddy said something about we talked about it, just get it done or something.
Just hit the
And
shot. Yeah.
Fitzpatrick, just hit the shot. Fitzpatrick was like, "You in a rush?"
Yeah.
That's what he said to him.
Yeah.
To his caddy. Speaking of that, it was pretty cool to see the DP did their usual social media stuff where they got the players and caddies mic'd up, and AC was on there.
Yeah.
And the AC King Golf covers were on there. That was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, that was super cool.
I've been trying to get that on TV for like a year and a half, and then the DP World Tour just posts a close up of the bag. I'm like, well, okay, good. A little higher quality than me shooting the phone at the TV.
Yeah, and for sure.
It's pretty cool to see that. That's like really cool, actually. But,
yeah, it is. Will Zalatoris had another weekend.
Willie Z.
I also saw something like he was 4 shots away from having 3 majors or something.
Yeah,
because he finished 1 back, 1 back, and 2 back for those 3.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
He's doing some damage out there, and considering that he really struggles from in tight putting, he was dropping some bombs. I mean, maybe that's just the best play is if you can't make the close ones, then just make them from the long.
Yeah. Lay up to 15 feet and just and dunk it instead of like the 3-footer.
The crazy thing is that he's never won on the PGA.
No.
0 times?
0.
Well, he just got his card last year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's been that close in every major, and is he the new Koepka?
Well,
Koepka's won though. That's the difference there.
No, I know, but he didn't really win that many regular events.
God, I might have my shirt off by the end of this episode.
And I mean,
or at least open the window.
Should talk about Scheffler too. I mean, how good is he?
Have a year, bud.
Jesus. Like,
he has the all-time winning or most money made in a season.
What?
And he's had the most money made in a season on tour, like from winnings. And we're at the end of June.
Wow. I didn't know that.
There hasn't been a player more consistent than Scheffler for as long as I can remember anyways, other than Tiger. The tough thing about Scheffler is he's really boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he looks like he's 45 years old too.
Yeah, man. And he's like, I know I have a goofy swing, but that follow through throws me off every single time I see it. Like he twists right out of it.
It's almost hard to watch in a sense.
It looks like he loses his balance every time, but it's like it works.
Yeah,
well.
It looks like he won a competition to be out there, and
he just rips it. Oh, he's awesome,
world #1. Yeah,
he is pretty good shit, but it's just I don't know. I just have a hard time like being excited that he's playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Did you see some of the shit Rory was up to on the weekend?
He's all over the
place right now.
Hey,
all over the place.
Did you see him throw his club?
Yeah, after that. Oh no, that was last week. Well, no, what was the guy that was snapping clubs and chucking them out?
Grayson Murray.
Holy.
Grayson Murray is the man.
And he hummed his putter so hard.
So hard, he tomahawked it.
I could see Grayson Murray being your guy.
Oh, 1,000%, man.
Hell yeah.
He's honestly my favorite golfer outside of Tiger Woods right now. He is. I just love that shit. Like that's what I watch golf for. I don't know.
Is he on the Netflix?
I don't know. Probably not.
It'd be good to have some behind the scenes of that snap show.
Did you see Rory when he hit that bunker shot and it didn't get out?
Mm.
And he just absolutely beat the piss out of the bunker.
Did he?
He hit it 4 times as hard as he could.
Really? He doesn't usually get too emotional.
Well, no, he wasn't. Wasn't he outside the bunker and then hit it in because he was right
on the edge, yeah, maybe so. But then he just went fucking crazy on the bunker.
Grayson Murray actually. No, I was just gonna say Grayson Murray had a good tweet I saw on the weekend, or it was actually a clip of him throwing the putter or snapping it. I think he snapped his wedge and tomahawked his putter in the same round.
Yeah.
So, anyways. He said, I'll never apologize for wearing my emotions on my sleeve. U.S. Opens are brutal. If this offends you, it's your problem.
Exactly.
True.
So big fan of Grayson.
Can you imagine? And that battle he has with Kevin Na is so funny too.
Oh, that's who. Same guy, right?
Is that
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that told Na to hurry up. And then he tweeted when Na went to the LIV that everybody on the tour is happy because their rounds will be 20 minutes quicker.
And what did Na say back to him?
And then he didn't say anything that time, but the best part about it was the U.S. Open put their lockers side by side.
Really?
Yeah.
So is Grayson not going to the LIV then? No, he must not be.
No. Well, he might follow Kev there. I don't know.
Just to piss him off.
But when he tomahawked his putter, man, like he threw it into the long shit.
Hard too.
Like borderline lost it.
I want to do that right now, actually. But
so the clip he tweeted it was when he hit it into the bunker. So I'm guessing that's when he snapped his club.
Yeah,
because he snapped it on his knee.
Yeah.
And then he threw his putter. I'm guessing after putting for sure. So times are tough around here. I'm drinking Labatt Blue freezer beers.
I was gonna grab a Lab Light, but I poured this for Kaner. I didn't know if he was gonna be watching. It's an Empress gin like I had in BC.
Is that any good?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Is that the bottle I got you?
Yeah.
So is the alcohol purple?
It's blue, and then when you pour club soda into it, it turns purple.
Huh.
It's kind of cool.
That's actually deadly. I got another special beer coming up. It's really sweating too. The beer is sweating heavily, but I got a surprise beer coming up for the next one. So, so anything else to talk about the U.S. Open, or should we get back into the drama?
A little bit, just a little bit. It's kind of cool in a way that like those guys like. That course is that hard that the best golfer that you've ever seen in your life is hacking around there and breaking clubs. Like, that's unreal. Imagine how hard that course is.
Yeah, I'm shooting 300.
Like the winner shot -6.
You're not shooting 300. What do you realistically think like a guy like me or Drums or whoever would shoot there? For sure over 100 from their tees.
Like 120?
120 or maybe more.
Really?
Oh, I think so.
I mean, you got to get it.
No, maybe not 120. No, I'm not going to say 120.
If you can steer it in the fairway, I think
no, because you could hit like a pitch. Well, maybe not though, because the greens are so hard too, and then you get in that rough. Like that's like us trying to hit out of like the thickest shit we could ever imagine. They're hitting like good shots out of it.
Yeah, I'd be fucked.
Rory was doing some damage in the long stuff there too, hey? He had 2 or 3, I think, out of there. He took 2 swings and didn't get it out, and then the third one he flew the green, I think, after that.
He's unreal. His pressers are so good right now.
Yeah,
just like being the guy for the PGA.
Yeah.
Whether you believe in the LIV or you believe in the PGA, he's had some just really good, like from the heart messages, I think, anyways. Like
him and JT.
Kind of just taking it over. Yeah, him and JT have kind of taken the PGA over. From who? Tiger and Phil?
Yeah. I think like Spieth was kind of like labeled the next one, and it just never. I don't think that's him.
No.
Reggie. Well, I guess this kind of ties into the LIV stuff too. So we might as well just touch on that, I guess, quickly. Not quickly, maybe quickly. I don't know. But I saw, Rigo, you retweeted something about the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour and kind of how the big players aren't really playing in the same tournaments or are only playing in a few tournaments every year, and which is kind of hard for fans to get into the PGA.
Yeah. It was the big three. It was Spieth, Thomas, and McIlroy have played in like the same tournament 5 times this year or something. There's been like 20, 24 events or something. So it kind of, I guess, backs up kind of the LIV's idea of less events. Because those big players only play in the ones that matter anyways. Did you guys see what happened today on the PGA?
Yeah. A little bit anyways. I didn't catch it all.
With Monahan or what?
Yeah, the new schedule.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Holy shit! Man.
Why? What happened?
It's insane. Like it
Well, say
totally
more.
changed golf. Like I'm just you guys talk about the LIV for a sec. I'll find this tweet that goes over everything.
Okay, so Jay Monahan, I guess, had a press conference today for the first time about the LIV. I'm not sure. That's kind of what the tweet made it sound like, anyways.
It was he had a meeting with the players, and then so this was his press conference saying like what came out of it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody's aware of this already, but two big LIV signings were Brooks and Abe, I think, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big names, I would say. Top 10, maybe top 15 guys in the PGA, two leaving. So anyways, Jay Monahan, the what is he, the CEO, commissioner? He had a quote today saying, if this is an arms race and if the only weapons are dollar bills, the PGA Tour cannot compete with a foreign monarchy that is spending billions of dollars in an attempt to buy the game of golf. So what do you guys think about that? Because I have my opinions on it, but I want to hear what you guys think of
on that quote.
On the quote, yes.
That's probably like the most honesty somebody's had during this whole thing. Like, duh.
Yeah, correct. I was thinking the same. Reggie?
I was trying to find this thing. His quote about like they can't compete with the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Like it's just they can't. If they're gonna try to buy golf, they can't compete with the money aspect of it. So they have to try to they increased the money today big time, but they have to just try to keep their traditions.
By how much?
A lot. You guys, I found it here. Do you want to know?
Yeah, 54 mil.
Yeah, 54 million. Pretty petty to go at the 54.
Petty in comparison, for sure.
That's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Like petty that it's called the 54
because it's LIV, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the new Super Series. So they juice these up, and I think it's only the top 70 in the world that get to play in these. Is that right, Drums?
I think so.
Yeah, top 70. So Century Tournament champions, obviously, just the champions play there. The purse went from this is next January. This starts, they announced. January, the Century Tournament champions goes from 8.2 mil to 15 mil. February, the Genesis Invitational goes to 20 from 12. The Arnie Palmy goes from 12 to 20 as well. The Players goes from 20 to 25. And the WC Match Play goes from 12 to 20. So, again, as I'm reading this, these are the super terms that only the top 70 can play in. So the Genesis, the Arnold Palmer, the Players, the WGC Match Play, which was the top 64 before anyways, the Masters, PGA Championship, the Memorial Tournament is up from 12 to 20, and then the Open, and then so the playoffs, they all go from 12 to 20 as well. So I believe in the end, it ended up going up $140 million. Or no, you said 54 Drums.
I think that's what I saw, yeah.
Cool.
But so I think, to me, them bumping the purse up with the like injunction with the majors kind of sealed the majors' fate for that. I mean, the majors aren't jumping ship yet.
Right.
I think the PGA just has to weather the storm. You gotta ride it out for 5 years. Like, this isn't gonna be successful in the sense that the best players are gonna go and compete over there full time. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I would agree. My kind of going. I mean, the 54. So quickly on that, do we know why it's 54? Because I've heard through the grapevine that it's because that's 18 under par. Is that true?
What do you mean?
54? Or is there a meaning behind the 54?
They play 54 holes.
Oh, that would make as much sense.
Or 18 under too, I guess.
Is that not 54, 18 under? Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's just my sources I have. Sometimes I have poor sources. Sometimes I have good sources. But the 54 hole would make sense as well because they're 3-day events, right?
Yeah.
It could be a combination of both, really.
And that's also what Kim Jong-un shot that.
Yeah,
I thought he shot 18.
Every hole?
Oh, it was 18. Yeah.
What happened to that dickhead? Where is he now?
First time golfing too. He caught COVID.
Yeah,
he caught COVID.
So I mean, just to go back quickly to what Jay Monahan was talking about, it's like he's saying that if this is an arms race and the only weapon is dollars, I mean, is that not what the whole world is?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this quite a bit. Like if someone said to me,
What are you gonna go shoot people and tell them to join your tour? Like, of course, that's the only weapon you're gonna use.
No, I know, no.
That's literally what every industry is. I don't know.
If you play this fucking event,
if you quizzed, like I would say, 100 people who make under $120,000, and you said you could start making $2 million a year to go switch somewhere else to do the same thing, except work less. Like, there's no job in the world that's going to say no to that. Morals or not. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about this, like what guys are going to do, because eventually this is going to become the new norm because there is that much money in rich people in the world. So they can basically do, like, it's not really, the money's just a figure. Like, they're just trying to put the best product out there. And now they're getting players. Morikawa, there was rumors that he was going. Obviously, he's not now, but.
Right. And then JT withdrew today, and everybody was like, oh,
really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. Guess who just withdrew, which would be a huge loss for the boys. Sung J.M.
No.
He better not be going. I'd be so pissed if he went. He's played every event. He probably wants like a tour with more rounds.
Yeah, agreed. For sure he would. I know. I mean, we don't need to spend too much.
I was just gonna say, like once guys get over there and they do a couple seasons, and it's kind of pretty lackadaisical. There's a fucking rave going on outside, and if the PGA can just get the majors on board to like not let these guys go, then they're completely done. Like whatever, they'll go do their 5 seasons or whatever. The penalty is to come back to the PGA Tour. Guys will just routinely do that. But I mean, the PGA is in a really tough spot because like if you ban these guys for life and this thing collapses in 3-4 years and you've got the best players in the world just sitting there, like, I don't know what the hell. Yeah, they're in tough.
Yeah. This guy that Dylan Dethier works for golf.com. He basically just he kind of outlined everything. Like, is there a road back? Not yet. Like road back for the players, and then it said, will the PGA Tour ever partner with LIV? And he just said hypotheticals, right? So, I mean, he can't say they're never going to partner with them, but I mean, he's going to do everything in his power to try to protect the PGA. But I think it's a matter of time before. Yeah,
Jay said that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think it's like a matter of time.
If they throw like 20 bill at the PGA Tour, you don't think they're jumping?
The PGA will never be the same as it was ever.
No,
never. They're either going to conform.
So my question is who? Okay, so say the LIV Tour offers the PGA 20 bill. Who gets that money? Like, who owns the PGA?
Nobody does.
So then where's it going to?
To the members.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work for.
I don't know how it works either.
All purposes, but
like it's technically a nonprofit organization, and it's just like it's ran off of their membership. So whatever they get from,
Anyways, I mean, I've been pretty. No, I guess I'm leaning towards the LIV Tour just because everybody's so hard on it. So I just like to play the devil's advocate here. But I did see somebody on the weekend say, like, it's hard to compare the PGA 72-hole event, you know, coming down to the wire with the best golfers in the world in the field, to like a more recreational, fun 54 hole type. It's just not the same quality of golf, and I think that is something that the LIV Tour is going to struggle with.
Sure.
Initially, is the same quality of golf, because the people who really love golf are there to watch golf and to see guys struggle. And I mean, yeah, it's fun to see guys kind of go out and have fun sometimes, but the majority of hardcore golf fans love the PGA stuff and what they do, and I understand that too. So I mean, it might seem like I'm kind of on the LIV Tour side, but I'm really just playing devil's advocate here and trying to neutralize everything and just kind of show both sides of things. So that's kind of what I wanted to say, is it's really hard to top the quality of the PGA, and that's one thing that they have that the LIV Tour won't probably get on them for a while anyways. So money can only buy so much. If the best players are wanting to stay with the PGA, I think the PGA will succeed, at least for a while in the short term. So
yeah, I think like the big question is going to come down to is how long are they going to be able to sustain paying these guys this insane amount of money with no viewership, with nothing. I mean, like they'll eventually get a TV deal or something like that, or whatever they figure out. But
yeah,
I don't know how many people are actually going to be watching it.
Okay, well, I would say if Mom was here right now, she'd say, okay, that's enough, boys. So let's move on. I think the last couple episodes we've had here have been like really, really golf focused, which isn't really like us. I mean, it is heavy golf season right now, and the PGA and the LIV Tour are kind of going back and forth. So there's a lot to talk about, but just quickly, I got a couple things here. So I'm going to crack this beer right away. But one thing I wanted to talk about briefly was when you're in the right lane and not turning right, is that a bad play? So
what do you mean?
The other day I was in the right lane and I wasn't turning right, but it was like there was a left lane, and it's kind of I don't know how to explain it, but have you ever been stuck behind somebody when you're wanting to turn right?
Like you're just driving?
Yeah.
Oh, you're coming up to a light?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was at a light. And I saw that there was a guy wanting to turn right behind me. So I kind of moved up ahead, probably further than I should have been, but I moved up out of the way so he could get by me and go right, because I was going straight.
Classy.
So anyways, he pulled up kind of right beside me, and he slowed right down, like almost to a dead stop, and gave me a thumbs up like that. So
yep, that's classy move.
When possible, I think that people should try to do that. And I just wanted to say that because always looking for ways to improve the world, I guess, or the operations of the world. So I get super annoyed when I'm wanting to turn right and there's somebody right in front of me who's not going left or right, they're going straight.
Yeah. I'm usually like motherfucking the guy, and then every time it's my turn to be in that position, I completely forget about it.
I know, and that's kind of what I think of too. It's like I have an understanding for people because I've done that before, where I'm just sitting there stunned and there's like somebody wanting to turn right behind me and I'm just sitting there with my thumb up my ass.
Yeah.
So I get it. And I usually assume that people are having the same kind of day as that and they just completely zoned out. But when you have the opportunity there or you see the chance to do it, just get out of the right lane and let people turn right as they want. Because, some lights are a minute long and you're just stuck there for no reason for some guy who just wanted to be in the right lane for the hell of it.
Yeah, you're jamming to your song and this guy's ready to jump the curb.
So anyways, I was pretty happy that he gave me a thumbs up and all was good.
I've made some really, really, really close passes between the curb and the car, because they're like at that extra food's lightened off and there's the left lane, the right lane, and then a turning lane. But sometimes dickheads are over in that right, they're kind of half in there.
Yeah.
If they would have just been paying attention, they could be tighter to the middle line. And then good thing I got a car, and I almost went mirror on mirror with this guy one time. He's so mad, but get out of the way. Fuck, get in your lane.
I passed somebody in the passing lane on 18th yesterday.
Nice.
Rattled. They're going 30.
Have to love that.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't do this. Alyssa's like, you can't drive here. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just passing.
I was leaving town the other day, and the amount of people who were backed up in the left lane, not wanting to merge into the lane there, That just drives me bananas. On 18th, yes, going over the bridge, it drives me bananas. There's 100 cars in the left lane, and there's 2 cars in the right lane because they're all scared to merge over there.
No, it's not a scared to merge. It's scared that they're not letting you in. I've been there a million times.
No,
people don't let you in.
I've never experienced that, and I merge every time, no issues.
I'm the guy that doesn't let people in.
Okay, well then you're part of the problem. Like, just let people in, because that's backing up traffic for 4 blocks because people are scared to
if you just scissored there, it'd be way better. Like, just let a guy in.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's craziness. I just can't believe that still happens. It's not even like 20 to 1. It's like 200 cars to 2 in the right lane. It's just insanity.
It'll all be fixed once that bridge is done in 14 years.
Bad news, gang. They got 2-2 tie with 6 minutes left, so we're not gonna have any listeners tonight. Game's probably gonna go to overtime. It's all good. We got Rob. We got Robbie. That's all we really need.
Rob, how you doing, buddy? It's good to hear from you. Okay, so quickly, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Blackweed Brewing Company here, and I'm leaking here. This can is sweaty. Blackweed Brewing Company, been there a couple times now. This beer is phenomenal. It's called Life on the Beach. It's a sour kind of beer, berry blend, and it's Oak Lake. So they do all their beers are kind of like local themed, I would say.
So Glenn Lee had one the other day.
Glenn Lee's got one. They got like something on 10th Street because they're on 10th Street. They have a few other ones too, but this one's really good. So I was there the other day, and so I just want to give a shout out to them. This episode is dedicated to Blackweed Brewery. They're actually doing really well there by the sounds of it, and they got some damn good beers there.
Are we getting the King Brew yet?
Something might be in the works, Drums. So see that? Red beer. It's kind of a berry-ish. But, without giving too much away, I had a meeting with the guy there yesterday just to see kind of what it could look like, I guess, in terms of because I saw that Glenn Lee had a beer there, which would look really cool. Ours wouldn't be a beer per se, but it'd be something for a drink on the golf course. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. So cheers to Blackweed. And I also had one more thing I wanted to mention on that. You can't really see yet, but just give me 1 second here for the phone to set up. Sorry, this is like show and tell here tonight. Do you see that, Reggie?
Dunderave.
We were talking about Dunderave last week on the show and how Reggie struggled and the doe got neutered at the Dunderave. So cheers to you guys. Happy Father's Day.
I wonder where I won that week. That was my only win like ever against you and Dad. Ever. I've never won the tag at the lake. I've never won anything, but I won that week and I lost the cup. So that's you just made me realize.
You lost the cup that we got you?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time anyways.
Oh shit. So should we get into some segments here?
Let's get into our own golf games. What's been happening with you guys?
Man, I wish I had more to report. I've been playing a couple rounds of Rossman, but it's tough to say. I've been kind of struggling with the driver. Rossman's a really tough course to drive. It's easy to get discouraged with the driver at Rossman Lake. There's some tight ass holes there, man. Not tight ass holes, but tight ass holes.
Pause.
So yeah, it's nice to see. It's great. Rossman and the rest of the courses around here who have kind of been struggling with all the rain. I did see a picture of Dosa today. We posted it on the Instagram. Looks green. That's the nice thing about getting a lot of water and then some sun afterwards.
Right.
It is green out there. I can't wait to play Dosa this summer. Hopefully get out there soon. What about you guys?
It's a shit show.
Been struggling,
it's a massacre. We played.
What's wrong? What's going wrong?
Like nothing's going good. Literally everything's going bad. Big time struggles with the driver. Big time struggles with the irons. Big time struggles with the chippers. So it's not a good look. coming into a new league with the boys and everything, and it's just been a shit show every time. And Farnsey's just looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
How's Farnsey been playing? Is he?
That's
we
a
played
tough thing though, man. Your first time really playing in men's night together, and then like there's some pressure there for sure. You want to show them like how good you can golf, and then
and
you put
like,
that extra
I
little
don't know.
pressure
I've
on
been all
yourself.
over the place. I was all over the place for a couple of weeks, like just mentally and shit. So, but we played Thursday in Shilo, and Farnsey dunks from 90 yards on one for a deuce.
No way.
Yeah. And then birdies 2.
What?
So he's completely on fire. He's like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "Well, just keep doing it."
What do I do?
And then we kind of came back to earth, and Grady cleaned us up on the back 9. I think he was par on the back. So yeah, we are as a team. We started hot. I think I was par, and then my wheels completely fell off. It was like double bogey, just completely can't put anything back to back together. Unbelievable. I haven't never seen Shilo in probably this good a shape. Greens are still a little bit harder than I would anticipate with the amount of rain, but they've got such a different drainage system than everybody that makes sense too. But no, everything's super green. Like everything else is in mint shape. Unreal. I just kind of do wish sometimes that course was a little closer.
Yeah.
It's not even that for me. It's not. It's like not far at all. Like it's probably
25 minutes. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just hard. I don't know. That's why I'm like.
I've never ever actually scored good at that course.
Do I want to go out and get schooled by the course, or do I want to like go out and have fun and play? Score decently. But man, the players who do play out of Shilo all the time, they get better for sure. You can't deny that. So
and you have such a mixture of kind of everything. Like you've got tee shots that are kind of wide open where you can let her buck. You've got the tighter tee shots. You've got to make smart plays with tee shots on the back 9 too.
For sure.
It's long too.
Yeah. Like if you played from the tips,
a really good
could
course.
Be a really long course.
It's a sick course. There's no doubt.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's always in phenomenal shape too. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Although I guess when we were there, it was a complete gong show in the pro shop. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but it was a 20-minute wait to pay.
With masks on.
Well, I don't know if we should say I don't know, but
I see.
I wasn't.
If Trudeau's listening, everybody was wearing masks on the base.
So
salute.
Actually, and then
more like that.
Friday night we played Wheat City for another match.
Sometimes I forget we're live, but I don't care. I hate that guy with every ounce of me.
I just had to walk fast.
Yeah.
And Wheat City, I think hopefully after this weekend we didn't get much rain, but a lot of heat. So I'm hoping it's drying up more and more. I haven't played like the modified 18. We just kind of played the modified 13.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see this week what it's like. But
I did
finally get out to the range, which
attaboy. That actually makes a big difference when you can get out to the range and just kind of like figure out what's going on. And I don't know. I find the range really helps when you're struggling.
I'm so dumb. Like I know what I'm doing, and I just can't stop it.
Yeah, I know. It is hard. That's the hard thing. And once you get into like when you're playing every week and you're kind of just intensifying the issues, you never really get a chance to reset and do it. That's where I find the range helps a lot. So Reggie, I mean, you didn't golf on the weekend, but you played last night. Anybody in the chat who's out there, let us know, what course do you play out of and what kind of shape it's in and how the year's gone, I guess, so far. Because I haven't done too much exploring yet. I'm kind of in the middle of a move right now and haven't had enough time. But Reggie, Gilbert, always good. But how's your game? You had a putt last night, I heard.
Yeah, of course you heard about it.
From Dad. Not Twitter or anything.
I've been golfing for 27 years, probably 26 years. I've never struggled putting like I am right now. I don't know. I have no idea what to do, man. I have had like, I swear to God, like
Swear to
3
God.
rounds in the last 6 rounds where I've had one putt the whole round, the entire round. I don't know what to do. I cannot see the ball going in the hole. I can't do it. I missed a 3-footer on 11 last night to win the match. After I had one putt last night. One. How do you have
So
one putt?
are you hitting it well though, or is that like impacting the rest of your game too? The frustration on the greens.
Oh, I hit. Yeah, it is. Like I just can't make putts, and then I'll hit one loose shot and make a bogey, and then I'll make another bogey. But I know at that point that I can't make a putt to get it back because I can't. It doesn't matter how tight I put it. Like I've been stuffing it, and I just can't make a putt. It's insane.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What are
I
you
have
gonna do?
no idea. I don't know.
You got to go to your own. You got to go to the
Stroke
lab and
savers.
see what's going on.
The worst part about it was last night. Like I was hitting like I probably caught the rim on the high side of the hole. I bet you like 9 putts. Like and they lipped out. Like those guys would say every time, "Oh, that's in," and then like it just wouldn't turn the last second. Like it was just like staying out. So I was hitting good putts and they still weren't going in. I was like, man, I'm gonna snap my putter right away. Like it was wild, man. I don't know.
That is pretty wild.
We were talking at work. I think that's the most frustrating thing you can have.
Yeah, it is for sure. Absolutely. And vice versa too. When the putts are rolling in, you're good. Right? Like when you see some putts rolling in, it kind of impacts the rest of your game. And then you start seeing the ball, like it's hard to miss almost when that happens. I find it's rare when that happens, especially for the weekend golfers, but it seems like it really swings either way. If you're not making them, you're missing a bunch, or if you start making them, you're making a bunch.
Oh yeah.
So,
but I'm like, this is going on like
yeah.
a year.
So why don't you just try changing putters or something?
I have a Scotty, but I think it's bent. From the infamous
Send it to
putter.
Waters, he'll fix it up for you.
From the infamous Tamarack 300-yard drive with my putter. I got a question for anybody that's listening, and I'm not saying just in the live. I'm saying like
if you're listening
people
later,
listen
send
to
you a
podcasts.
DM.
Yeah. So 2 things actually. I need help with putting. If anybody has any tips other than what I've said on here, because I've tried those. But number 2, and you guys would probably agree with this. Does anybody out there have tips on if you get to a shot that you're not overly confident with to begin with, and it's like a long shot? So an example, like last night I was playing pretty good and we got into number 15 at Gilbert and I hit like a good 3-wood across the water and I was like 235 out. And so when we got up there, I had hybrid in my hand and I was just going to try to hit a little cut in there. And then there was a group on the green. So then I had to wait like 5 minutes. So then I went back and grabbed my 4-iron. And then I grabbed my hybrid and then I grabbed my 4-iron. And I ended up hitting my 4-iron and like just blocking it out to the left and hitting it in the bush. And I ended up making a bogey, but like I was 230 out on a par 5. And like, does anybody have a tip on what to do, I guess, in that situation? I guess maybe just
like for waiting?
Yeah. Or for second guessing yourself.
Second guessing, like the same thing happens on like that tee shot.
I mean, it usually happens when you're waiting. That's the issue, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, only when you're waiting. That's the only time you really get indecisive.
So, I mean, just for me, I mean, I'm not anybody who should be giving out tips, but like obviously you pulled out the hybrid first. That's what you wanted to hit. That's what you felt comfortable hitting. You had some time. You talked yourself out of it. And then you're obviously had something in your head saying, before you hit it, I should be hitting a hybrid right now, but I have a 4-iron in my hand. So you hit that into the bush. So, I mean, my tip simply would be just hit whatever club you grab first.
Yeah. Drums?
Because that's what your gut said, right? And that's kind of what you should be going with there. So I don't know. That is a good question, though. I'm sure somebody will have some good tips.
Definitely not the one to give you the answer. But same thing. I would usually just stick with what I had originally, even though if I'm I'm so dumb, like in the back of my mind, I'll be like, yeah, that's the dumbest thing you could do. But you're gonna fuck this other one up if
a spot where that happens. A spot where that happens. Another one quite often is Clear Lake 13.
Every time.
On that second shot, you get out there and you're like, I'm going to hit this. And then you stand there and wait for the people on the top of the hill. And you're like, oh, shit, well, I could hit a hybrid and go for it. And then you go back and pull the 7-iron. And I've hit a fucking 7-iron in that bush so many times, man. Like, just trying to lay up to the 150 and you hit it in the bush. And you're like, I'm the biggest loser on this course. Like,
that hole's stupid. That hole's 8-iron for me, usually, especially in the Tamarack. If I'm playing with buddies or something, I'll do something else. But if it's Tamarack, you can't really go wrong with an 8-iron.
No, true.
What the hell was I going to say? I don't know. Drums, do you have some segments you want to talk about here? For anybody who's just joining in the chat, is that game over yet?
No.
Or are they going to overtime?
Overtime.
It's OT? Okay. Anybody in the chat, if you're wondering why I'm sweating like a pig, it's 27.5 degrees in my house right now. And so if you're a plumber and you're watching this, please come over to my house and add some charge to my air conditioner. There's Dad. I love that picture, Dad. Just looks like the man.
I wonder if a guy pulls out the King ball marker that says that on it.
Dad has one of those.
No, I have it. I have that exact one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I mean, he has a good point, though. If you just kind of simplify it and stop thinking about everything.
That's what I've been trying to do. And then it catches the edge and I get more rattled. But whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm talking about it on here, so obviously I'm fucking mentally rattled by it.
Did you tomahawk your putter like Grayson Murray?
Oh, man. If I wasn't golfing with Dad,
maybe try it.
I would have. Like, if we're on a guy's trip, well, I guess I didn't do it in Bear Mountain. I had one putt there, and I could have snapped it that day, too. But anyways, Drums, do you have any segments?
Yeah, Drums, hit us with some You See This, please.
I don't have much for You See This.
I have one.
I got 2 comedy special recommendations on YouTube. They're just YouTube ones, so they're 45 minutes each, I think is what they are. And it is Giannis Pappas, and the special is called Mom Love. And the second one is Stavros. I can never get this guy's last name right, but it's Halkias. And it's live at the Lodge Room. Probably 2 of my the funnier stand-up specials I've seen in a long time. And they're just kind of middle range guys, not like the biggest well-known guys, but still 2 very funny specials. Recommend checking those out when you got some time and need some laughs. Good shit.
As we all do. Okay, so I have a quick You See This. Sorry, I'm just trying to get things. I didn't have this up on the screen earlier. Kind of poor at that sometimes, but learning.
Learning.
So, okay, I'll try this. Share video file. If you're listening to this on the podcast mode, consider checking us out on YouTube, coming on our live channel once in a while, because we sometimes share some cool things. Could you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Whoa. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah. They've been doing it for a while, yeah.
Forever, yeah.
Always, I know you're big, myself. So I go, turn the lights off, carry me on.
So sick.
I also seen another angle of this where people were like in line for beer, and then the song comes on, so they kind of ran back to where their seats were, and so they're like in the middle of the crowd, and everybody's singing it too. It's just a good second version of it.
They sing everything, those guys, man.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
So I seen, what the hell was it? Maybe I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about it, and it was apparently Colorado, like the franchise, reached out to Chicago after hearing that Chicago around like the early 2010s had hired like a firm to figure out how to get younger people in and constantly into the crowd all the time. So that's where they came up with the da-da-da-da, like the songs and everything that everybody would like get hooked on.
Chelsea's Dagger, was that?
Yeah,
was that Chicago?
Yeah. So that's where like that came from. So the Avs reached out to Chicago to kind of like get some advice on how to drive in a younger crowd. And they're like, just play good tunes and like get people singing along. You get plants, right? Like you hire people in the crowd as plants to like start the chant and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
And like the Avs have done it, the Leafs have done it. There's a bunch of teams that have kind of reached out to try to get younger people into the crowds so that you just have that next crop that are continually going to be there.
Brilliant.
Like Blink-182 is our gen though.
That's what I mean. Like they wanted our generation of patrons to come in. They wanted to like shuffle out the old boys and bring in the new blood.
That's just one of those songs that you don't really think of like that everybody would know every word to, but it's kind of crazy how it is though, right?
Well, it's like 25 years old now, that song.
Pretty much everybody under the age of 40 would know every word to that song.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Blink-182 heavy lately.
Yeah?
Really?
Like every day. I don't know why. And like Sum 41 and Good Charlotte. I've just been on like a kick of that era.
Good Charlotte's so good.
Yeah.
It's funny to think of, but they don't even get on like radio stations, like the classic rock radio stations around here.
Yeah, no,
like that shit's not on there.
It's funny, like
80s.
I'm new to this neighborhood and I like come buzzing in like with the window down, like listening to like Good Charlotte. They're probably like,
what Good Charlotte song
this fucking guy? I like the anthem.
Good Charlotte song. Yeah, the anthem's good. Shake It 3 Times, You're Playing With Yourself. We went to a Blink-182 concert. Drums was there. Rob was there. And we were crowd surfing. Unreal. Like I crowd surfed at the Blink-182 concert and at the Rise Against concert. I crowd surfed so many times. I think it was either Blink or Rise Against where the security guard kept having to catch me every time I crowd surfed. And finally he's like, okay, you only get 3 more. So I was like, I do third one, second one, then the last one. He's like, okay, that's it. Did one more after that. And he was pissed, but I think he just let me go. But like once you do it one time, like the crowd surfing is just like so much fun. It's hard to even put into words how much of kind of like a thrill that is.
I did it once and that was good.
You did it once?
I was actually
between the two.
I was listening to Rise Against today too.
Rise Against is so good. Such a good band. Mm-hmm. But they're Canadian and they kind of go against like their lyrics and stuff kind of go against the establishment and stuff. So I don't think that they're very well liked in the radios and medias and stuff like that. So, but man, they have such good songs. Rise Against. I'm a huge fan of them.
I had some City and Color pop up on my phone too the other day. Whew.
Also really
all
good.
The time too. Dallas Green, his name is, right?
Yeah, a little Alexis on Fire.
Yeah, I haven't heard Dallas Green for a while. Where's he been?
Is he still Rob? Rob, is he still dating that Much VJ chick?
Oh, I remember her. The blonde.
Remember that girl? She was so hot.
Blonde, wavy hair. Not Rachel.
She was like, huh?
Not Rachel.
What was her name?
I don't know.
No.
Anyways, boys, we're getting off topic. We got
yeah, it's hotter in Africa in this house.
The overtime of Game 4 starting in about 5 minutes here or less. I'd like to click that on and enjoy that the rest of the night. So
should we just watch it on live?
I could do that. No, I can't actually. I have to stream it from here.
No chess tonight. That's kind of disappointing. Again, before we start to sign off here, special shout out to everybody who did manage to come out tonight. I know there wasn't a whole lot of people in the chat commenting and stuff, but we understand it's summertime. People are busy. It's beautiful outside. And
Finally.
The Stanley Cup playoffs are on. So for anybody who was here, thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. We love doing these. We get a lot more energy when there are people in the chat. So going forward, if you got a chance to stop by, we love having you here. So I guess we're not going to do a live overtime watch. That would be kind of fun. We should do that sometime.
Yeah, we should. I got to get set up for it though.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to either. I can't even figure out how to share my screen. So pluck it.
Oh, I think I got some ideas for some wall art in here. I think I'm going to get some Arnold Palmer stuff coming up here soon.
Nice.
Oh.
I was looking at some online today. I don't know.
Like some old Arnie pics?
It'll be a nude portrait of you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put that right there. The king.
Like you naked or Arnie?
No, just something of Arnie, not
Arnie
nobody naked. Nobody
Yeah,
has to be
Oh,
naked.
yeah. Arnie, actually, if you Google Arnie, I've spent some time looking at old Arnie pics, and man,
Big hammer.
there's some good pics of Arnie.
Big
Like,
hammer.
Blowing darts too all the time. He had a
all the time,
cigarette in
man.
his
So
mouth.
cool.
Yeah.
But if he's smoking a dart, the picture's worth like $100 more. It's crazy.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like on eBay?
No, I was trying to just buy art.
Just
Oh, art. I saw the coolest piece of art today. I mean, we're kind of getting off topic here, but I was at OJ's for lunch with Dad and a few others, and they have you guys ever seen like the bull with the big horns, like the longhorn?
Yeah, I love
Bulls?
those.
So
Katie-
sick. And
Katie has one.
what do you mean?
this is just a picture of it, though. It's not like an actual one, but it's just like a painting of it in a big frame. OJ's has it right by the bathroom there.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna-
yeah.
I'm gonna try to break in there one night and get that painting, or try
Snag
to
it.
find a replication of it. Probably be the easier way. Rick might not appreciate, especially live on the air here.
Confession.
So let's
Are you
let's
talking
get out
about
here.
these?
I'm friggin' hot. What's that? No, I'll show you because Kip Moore has it as like his album art on the ball.
Katie has two of these.
Like the animal?
They're unreal, yeah.
Oh
this
yeah, those
Jordan?
are sick. What's that? Yeah, kind of like that. I can't find it on your screen.
Gramp used to have a horn like that, didn't he, at the house? Set of
Maybe.
horns?
But it's kind of like that, the same style, just the skull of
Like
it, painting. Yeah. Okay, drums, get us out of here. It's freaking hot, man.
Okay, let's go cool down. Thanks everybody for joining, and thank you everybody for listening. Continued support makes everything go by. The Ferrari shirt, love it. Where are you going? Just ready to take the shirt off. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go cool down.
Always been a big
Peace
Ferrari
out,
guy.
everybody. Love you, boys. Later.
Love you, boys. We'll see you soon. Might be in a different headquarters next week. We will see.
TSTS, too soon to say.
What's the